If you're looking for a character who totally changes how DoT teams work in Honkai, Hysilens is about to steal the spotlight. She's designed to take over the battlefield with a control zone that ramps up damage over time effects and stacks debuffs, making enemy teams just melt away. Every action she takes can stack Wind Shear, Burn, Shock, or Bleed. Bleed especially hits hard against tanky enemies. If you like teams that play smart and keep enemies locked down with status effects, Hysilens is going to be right up your alley. Today I'm breaking down her kit, how she plays, and why she's about to shake up the meta. Let's jump in. If you're planning to pull in the current banner, let me introduce you to Loot Bar. It's a fast, secure, and super reliable website to top up your Oneiric shards. On Loot Bar, you'll find prices with up to 25% discounts compared to in-game prices in a super simple process. Just select the amount of Oneiric shards you need, enter your UID and server, and complete the purchase. In addition to Honkai Star Rail, on Loot Bar, you can also top up other games like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and Wuthering Waves. Click the link in the description and register to get an additional 10% discount coupon that can be combined with all other discounts. So, what makes Hysilens stand out? She's not your typical DoT character. Instead of just piling on damage, her whole style is about creating a control zone, layering different DoTs, and stacking debuffs to wear enemies down over time. If you've been waiting for a DoT unit that's more strategic and polished, this is the one. Now, let's talk about gameplay. Hysilens follows the path of Nihility and deals physical damage, but her real power is in how she controls the fight. Her basic attack is simple. It hits one enemy for 100% of her attack and gives you 20 energy. Nothing flashy, but it gets the job done. Her skill is where things get spicy. It hits all enemies with physical damage and has a guaranteed chance to make them take 20% more damage for 3 turns. That's a huge boost, especially in longer fights. It only costs 1 skill point and refunds 30 energy, so you can keep your rotations going. Now, her ultimate is the real game changer. She drops a zone that lasts 3 turns or until she's knocked out. While it's up, all enemies lose 15% attack and 25% defense, and they get hit with a big burst of physical damage. The best part? Every time an enemy takes DoT damage, the zone can trigger an extra physical DoT hit, up to 8 times per turn. That's a ton of bonus damage if you set things up right. Just remember, if Hysilens goes down, the zone disappears, so you'll want to keep her protected. Her talent is super cool. Every time she uses her basic skill or ultimate, she applies one of 4 DoTs: Wind Shear, Burn, Shock, or Bleed, always trying to stack a different effect. The elemental DoTs deal 25% of her attack each turn for 2 turns, but Bleed is the heavy hitter, dealing physical DoT equal to 20% of the enemy's max HP, capped at 25% of her attack, for 2 turns. That's massive against beefy targets and makes her great at softening up groups. Her technique is also really good. When you use it, she creates a roaming dimension on the map. Any enemies that touch it get enraptured. They stop attacking and just follow the dimension. If you start a fight with them, they begin the battle with 2 of her DoTs already applied. That means you're starting fights with enemies already weakened and debuffed, which is a huge advantage. Let's quickly touch on her traces. These passives make her even stronger. Strings of Pearl gives her 15% extra damage for every 10% effect. Hit rate above 60%, up to 90%. Bubble of Grandeur lets her apply elemental DoTs even when her teammates attack, so she's always contributing. Banner of Conquest is perfect for quick battles. It auto-activates her ultimate zone at the start of combat for 3 turns, so you get her best effect right away. Her Eidolons take things up another notch. The first one makes any enemy already under a DoT take a burst of 150% of that DoT's value when she pops her ultimate. She also gets a skill point back when she activates her zone, which keeps your team running smoothly. The second Eidolon drops all enemies' resistance to every element by 20% while her zone is up. Higher Eidolons let her share her Strings of Pearl scaling with allies, and Eidolon 6 lets her zone trigger even more DoTs and guarantees 2 status effects at once. She can even stack a second elemental DoT when she applies 1, so you can really pile on the pressure. So, what do you think about this new DoT playstyle? Are you excited to try her out, or does her zone mechanic seem a bit too situational? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.